Thank you. Delegations, we have 7 delegations listed for tonight's meeting. I remind the delegations that you have 10 minutes to address council. We'll start with Beverly Petheram. Please come up and introduce yourself. Thanks, Beverly.
Through the chair and mayor, respectfully, I stand before you as a very concerned citizen of Haldimand County and also a representative for many Haldimand citizens. At the council meeting on Thursday, June 20th, 2024, Councillor Patterson asked to waive the notification requirements and put a motion on the floor that Haldimand County Council directs staff to send a letter to the MPP for Haldimand Norfolk stating that Haldimand County delegations with various provincial government ministries and the Association of Municipalities of Ontario are considered private and that council does not wish the MPP for Haldimand Norfolk to attend these delegations. Waiving the notification requirements and putting such a motion on the table is undemocratic. Haldimand County spoke when they voted Bobby Ann Brady as our MPP to represent us in all matters during her term, and your actions go against our wishes. Your actions appear to the citizens of Haldimand as politically excluding, shunning, and silencing the MPP from delegations, which is unacceptable and highly inappropriate. These matters are not private, and our elected MPP has every right to be there and represent us. We live in a free country, and we voted and elected our MPP. Councillor Lawrence said, "You are working against a decision that made as a body, and that is not supporting Haldimand." And that is exactly what you are doing as council. You voted to have our MPP represent us at all times. That's what we voted for. Our MPP represents us both favorably and at challenging times. Our MPP is respected by her peers and was named as MPP Shining Star in the Queen's Park paper from all parties and all sides of the House. Isn't that something we should be proud of? She's in our own backyard and represents our county. She's one of us. Our public display of disrespect to our MPP is insulting and embarrassing. As a councillor, you may personally prefer not to have the MPP present, but we, the citizens of Haldimand County, do want her there. Councillor Shurton mentioned at Thursday's meeting that there's lots of social media not reflecting good on Haldimand at times. Well, how about all the social media posts regarding the recent conduct of our councillors at Thursday's meeting? Comments from community members include, "One of the most undemocratic acts I have witnessed to date. Disgusting, degrading. We have had enough of the corruption. The councillors need to be fired and replaced by people that are not persuaded by money and wealth and cares about their constitution."
Okay. Enough. All right. Let us get through these delegations, please. Beverly?
Please let me finish before you make your comments. The councillors need to be fired and replaced by people that are not persuaded by money and wealth and cares about their constituents in their ridings. Deeply troubled. Something crooked is going on here. You go against your entire constituency based on what your friends and gossip reports might be spinning to you for your own personal gain and interest. What kind of circus is this? It seems the councillors have no morals and are self-serving. Their actions are a disgrace at all levels, etc. Do all these social media comments sound like the citizens believe that our councillors are working for us, that you are representing the public, and that you are truly looking out for the best interests of all the Haldimand County citizens? No. Do all these comments sound like the citizens support your actions on Thursday? No. The citizens have spoken. They want your actions rescinded. As Councillor Lawrence said, our MPP gets A+ for effort. Our MPP gives her heart and soul to our county. As Councillor Shurton says, we need to be playing ball with the provincial government. Well, that also means asking the hard questions and making people accountable, and that is what our MPP is doing. Whether the Ontario Premier likes our MPP or not, that has no bearing whether we get funding or not. Funding is based on the betterment of Ontario, not who represents us. It is crucial to remember that regardless of the actions and attitudes of our Ontario Premier, it does not justify or excuse any disrespectful behavior on your part as councillors. As elected officials, you have a duty to uphold the highest standards of conduct, serving as role models for our community. Excluding the MPP from the meetings not only undermines the principles of the democratic representation, but also sets a poor example for our community. We are better than that, and you should be better than that also. For Councillor O'Neill to say that our MPP is not going to have a job, that is unethical. He did.
That's enough. That's enough. Enough.
Please.
Hey, that's enough. Let her finish, please. We'll let her finish, please.
Please let me finish. He did not say may not. He said is not. Was that comment a threat? Because that is how it appears to the citizens of Haldimand. This comment was truly out of line, totally inappropriate, disrespectful, and it should have never been said or repeated. Every council here may or may not have a job, as you are fully aware. Your future of being re-elected is dependent on the citizens of Haldimand. If the citizens feel that you are not fairly and appropriately representing all of the Haldimand citizens, that you may have your own personal agendas, that your actions may be counterproductive, and or there may be targeted exclusion and silencing of our female government representatives and gender bias, which is contrary to the principles of equal representation, then some of you may not have a job. Instead of casting blame on our MPP for different matters, I urge you to focus on collaboration and constructive dialogue versus divisiveness. Our MPP deserves the same respect and dignity that you would expect for yourselves. You need to humble yourselves and re-examine your hearts and do what the Haldimand citizens want you to do and not fall into the wickedness and cunningness of others. Councillor Metcalf commented that you do not go where you are not invited. Our MPP has every right to attend various meetings to represent Haldimand without invitation. That is what she was elected to do as our representative. I want to share with you and with all the Haldimand County residents that our MPP was invited to the Haldimand Volunteer Recognition Night in Fisherville in October 2023, but was refused the opportunity to extend greetings from the government. This suppression of her right to speak was an insult to the freedom of speech, politically incorrect, and utterly unacceptable. It is both disrespectful and demoralizing that Haldimand prevented this government representative from expressing her gratitude to the volunteers from her county who devote their time and efforts to improving our community. This ongoing exclusion and shunning of female government representatives suggests a deeper issue of gender bias within our council. Such behavior is unworthy of elected officials who are supposed to serve all constituents fairly and honestly. In closing, I would like to present the following recommendations to council. That council rescind waiving the notification requirements of the procedure bylaw and asking the MPP of Haldimand Norfolk not to attend or represent us at delegations, as this is not what the Haldimand citizens want. That council ensure that all future Haldimand County volunteer recognition nights have a standing agenda item for all levels of government to provide greetings to the volunteers. That council provide a public apology to our MPP for your unprofessional and public display of disrespect to her and her position. That council asks the Integrity Commissioner to conduct an investigation into our council's unethical behavior and conduct towards our female government officials, and that council conduct mandatory refresher training for councillors on inclusiveness, gender bias, and appropriate code of conduct. I urge all of you to reflect on your actions, humble yourselves, and examine your hearts, and work towards a more inclusive and respectful environment. Haldimand County citizens want councillors who conduct themselves in an ethical manner, who believe in equal rights and respect for all, regardless of gender, and councillors who truly are there for the best interests of all of the Haldimand citizens and not for hidden agendas. It is time for you to stand up and embody the honor and integrity that we expect of our elected officials.
Order. Come on, guys. Let's keep it together.